Okay, guys, how's it going? Josh here. We are kicking off the influence and power segment of Elevate. And in this section, I really just want to give you a good mindset for influence and power because, I mean, if you guys are coming into this and you saw this, something you might have thought is like, that's kind of on the nose, isn't it? Like influence and power, like that's kind of a interesting thing to just be talking so directly about. But I want to make something kind of clear as we move forward in here and give you the right context in your mind to take in what we're going to be teaching you about influence and power, which is this. Really what having influence and power is about, mostly in a social context, which is what we'll be talking about, is if you're going to take anything away from this, take this away. It's all about freedom. It's about freedom. The purpose of having influence and power, ultimately, from a healthy point of view, should be about having more freedom in your life. Because that's really what influence and power gives you, ultimately. That's the transformation we're hoping to guide you through. I remember when I was a much younger person, I came from a background, but I came from a very stifled and isolated background. And because of that, one of the biggest frustrations that I had early in life was stemmed from a lack of control. I felt like there were things that I wanted in my life. There were connections I was wanting to have. There were different areas in my life where I felt like I was struggling, that I didn't have control, that I was helpless and powerless. And learning to have influence and power, which was a long journey for me, and hopefully I can take what I learned over those many years and condense them into a section here for you in this module or this section, is really to give you the keys that I found that was able to give me freedom in those areas of my life where I was lacking in influence and power. A lot of that here is going to be in a social context, but that's really just what I want to cement for you in this mindset section. As we talk about influence and power, we talk about the different ways to build your influence and the ways to become more charismatic, but also have more ability to persuade people and to bring value and bridge value for people. When we talk about power, which is the way that you'll be able to make reality move in the way that you want it to move and to know the right action to take to create the reality that you want, and also have the ability to exercise those different actions that other people might not have. As we go through those different things, what we should be focusing on is how those things give you more freedom. Because if you are learning how to achieve influence and power, but it's in a way that gives you less freedom, then that defeats the entire purpose. Many people fall into that trap. That's one of the things that we'll make sure that you don't do as we go into this. So if there's one additional kind of buzzword that I want you to hold on to as you go through the section, it's freedom. Make sure that you are doing all these things in a way that builds more freedom in your life, gives you the control that you want to get back in your life, and make sure that you don't feel limited the different areas we'll be going over. So that's the mindset for influence and power. See you in the next video.